to me, 'cause they know I'm on the rise. But the attention, I'm on a mission, 'cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Pay attention, I'm on a mission, I'm there with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen, ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. This is my world now. Hey! Here we go! We coming ready or not, you better steady yourself, because we're raising some hell. There's nothing keeping this roof from blowing off. We're taking over the town, hit the switch and shut it down. Like Indian, we're electric, never stop. We're coming ready or not, we're coming ready or not. We're giving all that we got, we're giving all that we got. We're coming ready or not. We're throwing gas on
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Well, after the UMP Modifieds of Dirt Car were on the track last night, it is now time to head back to Volusia Speedway Park, the home of the Dirt Car Nationals and the site of round number 2 for the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League and their Sunshine State Nationals. We welcome you to coverage of iRacing on LSRTV, and the Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds are on the racetrack. I'm Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten is alongside on production, as well as jumping in on color commentary. And Charles, I have to say thank you for filling in for me last night. I had other broadcast obligations calling baseball. I had tried my absolute fastest I could to finish up and be able to join you. Unfortunately, you said the A-main was forming. And good show for the Modifieds last night, though I did get to watch it.
I can promise you they're going to get a better show tonight than me, because I don't know if I'm just not good or if I'm just rusty, but one of the two came out last night and it was not pretty. So, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, they don't have to listen to me tonight, so I'm happy about that.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit. But anyhow, we welcome you to coverage of tonight's event from Volusia. Tonight is the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League, round number 2, the Sunshine State 50. Do we have that logo we can pop up on the screen? Man, that's a beautiful looking logo. Charles, did you create that logo? I love the logo. I got you. Well, it's awesome. And anyhow, we're getting ready to go to racing here in Volusia, as right now the final practice sessions are going on track right now. Let's take a look at the weather conditions as we get you set for tonight's events here. Of course, our weather conditions on iRacing by LSRTV, presented by Kaufman Creative. 70 degrees. Track tip 79, wind speed 2 miles an hour. This looks like it's going to probably be a daytime event, as these drivers are set to rip the lip, take them up to the top shelf and more for this event. Let's take a look at the analysis for tonight's event. Obviously, it's going to be kind of, Charles, the way it was yesterday. Qualifying, heat races, consies if necessary, and then a 50-lap feature. What'd you say? It was paying $150 to the winner tonight. So it's all about the money, Charles, here in Volusia tonight.
Yeah, 3 races, 3 different amounts of money, and top 5 get paid. I thought it was top 3 yesterday, but it is the top 5 to get paid. So some people walking away with some money tonight. And by the way, I will add, if you caught the end of the broadcast last night, tempers were a little heated between some drivers. So there was a little controversy at the final race. One person thought he got smashed into the wall. The other person said it was after the line. It was racing. Yeah, a little bit of little heated tempers going on. We'll see if that carries over to tonight.
Now, why do you think there was heated tempers, Charles? What happened last night? What caused anger in people's lives?
You see here, it went down something like this. One car comes in against the wall. The other car gave him a little bit of room, but not a whole lot of room, because you're not going to just let them have the win. And as they hit the line right past, they collided, and there was a big wreck. And it was some really good racing. Whether you are for one side or the other, it was really, really good racing at the end.
So, kind of ironically, Florida had a little fisticuffs and objects being used in a fight at Southern Raceway the other night. And Blue Boys got called out there. Some people got locked up. Some people got suspended, actually, today after the handles. The handles are put down from the penalties levied and more from fines. And, of course, now we'll see what happens here. Team 126 Racing scoreboard. 5 minutes remaining in this practice session. Charles, what do you think these drivers are looking for in this practice session right before they go back out to qualify? And it ain't flying through the air.
That car is going to be looking to avoid the wall later on. We'll see how the track goes tonight. Last night, we really didn't see anybody ripping the lip until way late into the race. And nobody was really down catfishing the bottom either. They were really among the middle groove. So I'm going to be kind of interested to see how or where these drivers go with these. Of course, last night, obviously, being the UMP modifieds, these the Big Block modifieds, they could take a totally different approach to the line around this track tonight.
These are very unique, different cars than obviously the Dirt Car Racing UMP modifieds that you saw last night here for the opening night of the Sunshine State 50. And without a doubt, they're totally different than what we'll see tomorrow night with the Dirt Super Late models. These cars are center steer chassis. That means that the drivers are in the center of the car, the center of the race car, the entire chassis wrapped around them, with the roll bars and the cages and whatnot. So just like a real big block modified, if you will. The same here. The same here for these drivers tonight. Another thing that will be really fun is watching them rip the lip, obviously. Catfish into the bottom. Charles used that analogy earlier in the race. The dirt analogies that we'll use are always very, very fun. And to see the left front wheel come up off the ground, Charles, sometimes not even an ounce of tread is used on the left front of these cars in reality or virtual, because they're always up on the left front wheel going into the corners and exiting off the corners, actually.
Yeah, you know what they say, who needs 4 wheels? Just use 3 to get around the corner. And sometimes it just works. You get through this corner with 3 wheels and you just leave the front one at home.
That's exactly right. So we'll watch that left front wheel be used and not used and whatnot. And I got a feeling they're wrapping up this practice session here, maybe quicker than what the time was expiring here. 3.5 minutes remaining. By the way, the Kentucky iRacing League is sanctioning this event for the Sunshine State 50. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we've got you back here again for 50 laps. Oh, and by the way, iRacing on LSRTV continues here later on tonight, 11:30 Eastern Time, with coverage of the Northwest Fixed Setup, the Northwest Click It RV Fixed Setup Series from Atlanta. And my goodness, Charles, after that wild Atlanta race on Monday night for the trucks, I wonder what the Fixed Setup Xfinity cars will provide. That'll be a fun one. Terry Radford and myself on the call coming up here later, about 2 hours from now.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good race there. And, of course, then we have back-to-back Volusia races on Thursday.
That's right, tomorrow night.
we're going to go here, and then we're going to kick these Kentucky boys out, and we're going to come invade this place with the Northwest boys. So two different distinct areas, but we're going to have two good races. And I will throw this out there. I posted it on my Facebook page earlier. Nothing's confirmed, but we'll drop a little breaking news here on this show. I have contemplated doing it under the Steps Racing name so we can invite some select other people in, but mostly going to be Northwest guys. And, tossing around the idea of running a Tuesday night short track asphalt
Late model
series.
stock start?
Yeah,
late model stock cars. The new late model stocks?
No. We have a variety. We want some short track asphalt, some dirt, road, NASCAR. We want the variety. And at this point, we've come to the conclusion, let's just make it all Northwest at this point. But we do want to invite some people in. There's some good drivers out there. So I'd love to see some of the best, short track asphalt and some of the Northwest coming together. And we'll have a battle of the East versus West versus Middle and South and wherever. We'll see who's the best.
Right now, qualifying is forthcoming in about another minute once it expires. And currently, Colton Herbert is the fast man. Trey Mills, the future Trey Mills, by the way, that is a real late model driver from the Sunshine State of Florida and a talent, no doubt about it. Trey Mills made history whenever he won one of the preliminary nights at the Bristol Dirt Nationals a couple of years ago. He sits second on track. Logan Rumsey is third. Mike Augustine fourth. Tristan Grape right now, the top five. That's the way it stands as they wrap up their first practice sessions here. We'll get ready to go qualifying. Of course, Chase Barbera, Evan C., Fire Swamp. That's a real name, Fire Swamp. Kendall Tucker from Mount Airy, North Carolina. Justin Brown, top 10, Charles.
And I will say, looking here, you've got first, 7th, and 9th. So out of the top 10, only 3 of those top 10 were here last night. So,
all right, so it's good to see some new cars, and obviously the super late models will. I got a feeling probably tomorrow night, biggest field to be the super late models, Charles. Everybody loves the supers.
Yes, they are, and for the first time, I don't know if you even realize this is run out of time, but I've been talking to the Hunt to Front guys, their producer guy, and we've been sharing things, getting stuff, stuff we can use, stuff they can use here in VMix, and we get Jesse. We have actual Hunt to Front guys racing tonight, so definitely looking forward to seeing how he does. He finished 5th last night.
So 3 minutes going up on the clock. These drivers are getting into position here under 3 minutes qualifying time, and we are ready for qualifying. Let's get it started. Tyler Kleeman up first. Tyler Kleeman of the number 97 Apex Enterprises entry. Let's watch it, see what he does here. Qualifying as he goes on the clock. He is now ripping him into turn number 1. Let's see what type of times get put down. Also, Literal, Smith, Kleeman, Black, Brown, C, Hines on track. Right now, following Tyler Kleeman. Tyler Kleeman to the line, 16.681. Good enough for fast time. 16.68 to a 17.06. Justin Brown just went 16.80. Tyler Kleeman right now, not anymore. Evan C going to the top of the board down to the 19, 16.63. 16.63, 16.678, picking it up. There will be Tyler Kleeman good enough to second. Here comes now Jesse Innerkin. We'll see what he can do. Innerkin now working his way into the front stretch here at Volusia, the number 1. Will he climb? Right now, Evan C setting fast time. Tyler Kleeman, Chance Carr, Justin Brown, Brandon Barnhart, Mike Augustine up to second now. 16.66. Let's see what our Innerkin can do. He'll crack the top 10. Jesse Innerkin in the number 1. 16.76. It's amazing how close these times are, by the way, Charles.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, I will say this. Your race winner last night, Evan C., at the top of the boards here tonight as well.
Evan C. picking up a win last night of the modifieds. Now we'll see what the big block modified driver can do. There's Kendall Tucker. Ready to see what he can do at Mount Airy, North Carolina, the 00. Of course, the son of Puppy Creek Flash, Noel Tucker. One of the greats in this area of super late model racing, and Kendall Tucker building up his name in the world of racing as well. Kendall Tucker 6th now with a 1668 as he rides the wall here at Volusia on his second lap. One of the dominators of making money in purses events on iRacing. Here comes Bobby Mattingly now, the 3M Big Block Modified. Bobby Mattingly punching it. See the left front wheel off the ground, Charles. See what I was telling you about? Watch him come off the corner, and the wheel's off the ground again.
Hey, you don't need 4 wheels. You just need 3 to get around this track.
And ironically, car number 3, pardon the pun. And by the way, thanks to Hunt to Front for being one of the sponsors of this event for the Kentucky iRacing Dirt Racing League Sunshine State 50 Nationals. We also want to acknowledge some other sponsors of this event, including Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique, Black Magic Custom Designs, and of course, as I mentioned, Hunt the Front. Broadcast partners of iRacing on LSRTV include Click It RV, thanks to iRacing, including also Kaufman Creative and Virginia 811. Call before you dig. Heat number 1 is gridding. We're ready to go. Let's give it the starting lineup of the pole fast qualifier. The number 33, that's going to be Evan C. To the outside, Tristan Coons-Grape for the number 14, row number 2. It's going to find Chase Barbera in the car number 23. To the outside of him is going to be Trey Mills in car number 28. Row 3, Justin Brown in car 21. Tyler Berry in the 500. Row number 4, Samuel Bachman in the 007. Look out, James Bond. TJ Smith for the 99. And the final row 5, it's going to be Scooter Black in the number 5. Darren Literal in the 68. And Colton Herbert will tag the back. Ready to go for heat race in action here. We've got 11 cars, probably going to be 10 laps, top 3 or top 4 transfer, Charles. 8 lap heats, top 4. Okay. Will we be ready to go here? Heat race number 1. Going to be a fast 8-lap heat race, no doubt about it. Track is, of course, half-mile in distance. This will be a 4-mile speed fest for these drivers at the conclusion of the 8 laps. As right now you hear the rumble. Team VLR on the inside. Apex Technologies on the outside. Here comes now C and Grape ready to pull the trigger. They rip the lip. The green is out here in heat number 1. C will get the whole shot. Thank you very much. Top 4 transfer into the A main is what we've been told from Charles. Then 1 B main, top 6 go to the A main tonight for night 2 of the Sunshine State 50. 2 B mains, top 6 transfer. Green flag. Lap number 1 is going to go to Evan C. He's in that 33 machine. He leads the way here. They come to the inside. This is going to be a battle now. Barbera and Mills now quickly trying to climb to the front. Let's see the man up in front. He leads the way. Look at this crossover move down to the inside. Coons-Grape, who found spots, falling back a couple after starting on the outside of the front row. Now he sits in that number 4 position. You're on board with him and Justin Brown. They work their way to the back straight away with Evan C to the back stretch. Now they climb the back stretch into turn number 3. On the inside, Brown now sizing up now the number 14. That's going to be Coons-Grape. Move that spot back to 3rd as they go back into the corner. Charles, they're flying around here so far. 5 to go, halfway, next time behind.
And I'm not surprised to see Evan C up front. That's where he was pretty much all race long last night. And obviously, like you said, a prodigy of his father. He's doing, he's showing why right now he's the man to beat. And keep in mind, he's also the one that won the first ever POWRi Midget Nationals as well.
One of the talents, no doubt about it. Evan C, of course, the man still in the lead the way. Barber in the number 2 spot. Barbera, Mills, great top 4 transferring into the show. From 3 to go now in heat race number 1 for the Sunshine State 50 here in Volusia. To the back straightaway, it's C leading. Here comes now a battle to the inside. Here comes now Coons-Grape. He'll size up the battle on Brown. Brown now will go after Berry. These guys will flip-flop a couple of spots. This is for the transfer spot. As right now the leader is gone. That's C. C, though, about to get company. Here comes Barbera. Barbera now into the inside, to the outside. Thought he'd go to the top shelf. He could not. They both go each other up the speedway into turn number 3 and 4. It's C holding on the line. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Final time around. Here comes Barbera to the bottom. Barbera, final time on the inside. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. Top shelf is still going to be C. Evan C rides the back straightaway. They go into turn number 3. He'll pull away. Evan C, fast qualifier. Heat 1 winners and Wednesday night's Sunshine State 50, heat number 1. Evan C will take heat race number 1 again. Chase Barbera will hold off there and get second spot. Coonscrape and I believe Brown to the top 4 that will transfer in from heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 ready to roll. Another 8-lap heat race. Top 4 transfer into the A main. Let's give you the starting lineup on the pole. Mike Augustine of the car number 36 to the outside. Logan Rumsey in the 41. Row number 2 will find Chance Carr, the number 2. Jesse Innerkin in the number 1. Row 3. Bobby Mattingly in the car number 3. Jordan Fluffon in the number 11. Row 4, top 8. Luke Hines in 17. Bryson McKelvey in the number 19. Row 5, Tyson Banks in the 32. Chris Olmstead in the number 7. And finally, one more. Oh, that's 10. There you go. Understanding one guy is a scratch, unable to make it. There we go. So, your lineup is set. Field is rolling. Mike Augustine on the 36 on time, but it's scoring. It's actually 19 on the car. And there you see, of course, the man alongside in the 41. That is Logan Rumsey driving the Hallmark Enterprises number 44 lookalike big block modified. And NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series competitor, Mr. Freeze, Stuart Friesen. Don't adjust your TV sets. That is, of course, Logan Rumsey, not Stuart Friesen in that car. SRM and Hallmark on the front row. Then you've got, of course, again, those drivers of Chance Carr and Jesse Interkin right there alongside here at Volusia. We're ready to rip the lip here in another 8 laps. Top 4 transfer into Wednesday night of the Sunshine State 50. Green is out as the pace truck barely got under the pit lane, and we got to unrock it. Oh, no. Chance Carr is out of it as fast as he got started, Charles. Do you blame that on the pace truck? Well, I mean, the pace truck looked like it was kind of slow coming down to the pit lane, and it just bottlenecked the field behind them. Look at this. Oh, wow. No, he just zigged, but he should have zagged. It is completely Chance Carr's fault. I changed my mind.
If anybody's at fault, if it's other than the driver, then it's definitely not the pace truck driver. That is clearly on the Ute tire there.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody queue up. Where is he? We need to queue up the infield tractor tire. He was just on the Race on Texas podcast just last week, so we'll talk to him about that.
Well, anyhow, we go out of the caution here as Chance Carr definitely cannot blame the pace truck, no doubt about it, coming onto the pit lane. That was all his fault, and of course, there's the end result of it. So, I don't think we got a lap completed, so we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and we'll try this again, except for the number 2 of Chance Carr, who will be going to the rear if he's able to continue. But is he pitting, though? Charles, can he come back out and race, or is he on the damage clock, or is he out? It says he's in the pit. Fast repair. We'll see if he'll take advantage of it or not. It looks like the lights are off on the pace truck. And nonetheless, we're going to come to the green flag. We'll try this again. Thank you for watching iRacing on LSRTV. Night 2 of the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League sanctioned Sunshine State 50. Ready to go for the second heat. Let's try it again. Green flag. Augustine with a nice jump on Rumsey on the front row. They come to green and they send it off into turn number 1 to the whole shot. Mattingly down to the bottom. Here comes now Innerkin on the outside. They're going to go down 2 by 2. The back stretch into the third turn. Here comes a crew down to the inside. That's Mattingly. Mattingly thought about going 3 wide. In the middle, Rumsey up on the outside lane. Here comes now the 1. Interkin on the top side. You're running on board now with Bobby Mattingly, the 3M. He's right now with the transfer spot. Top 2 cars right there. Charles Noah blanket over him for the transfer to the A-main. Wins tonight here in Volusia. Watching them work their way again off the corner to the back straightaway, and Augustine still out in front. Rumsey, that number 2 spot, driving the Stewart Friesen colors down to the inside. Here they come. Halfway home, next time I find down and 5 to go. 4 now. 4 to go in the 8-lap heat race. Here comes now the number 44 to the bottom. That's Rumsey. On board from the backside of the camera of Rumsey's car, Interkin. Interkin up on the top shelf. So is Mattingly and LaFawn, as Augustine is still running away with this. Charles with 3 to go here at Volusia.
Yeah, he definitely running away with it. And, you know, we're watching this view here. I used to think this is so fake. You can't do this kind of view. We did it at Race on Texas. We put GoPros on bumpers. And, well, this is the view you get.
How do you like me now? I love this view. Working their way to the line. 2 to go. Augustine, Rumsey, Interkin, LaFawn trying to sneak back there past the number 1. That's what the battle you were watching there coming off the corner. There's your top 4. And they're nice and comfortably in their own little world. White flag of the air. There's a fight now for the lead on the inside. Here comes Rumsey. Logan Rumsey inside 44. Trying to make a run on Augustine, the SRM machine. Hallbar entry to the bottom. Final turn. Coming to the line. Who's it going to be? Augustine Winnell, heat number 2. But not without the valiant fight and effort by Logan Rumsey. Interkin will advance to the number 3 spot. And LaFawn will bump Mattingly to advance into final transfer spot number 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final heat race of 3. Another 8 laps, top 4 transfer in. Well, we got 2 B mains, top 6 go to the show. By the way, don't forget to join us tomorrow night for the final night of the big money night for the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League Sunshine State 50, which will include with the super late models tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central iRacing on LSRTV. Here's the starting lineup for heat number 3. That's Tyler Kleeman on the pole in the number 97. Kendall Tucker from Mount Airy to the outside. Row 1, row number 2. Fire Swamp in the 88, followed by Logan Codles in the number 64. Brandon Barnhart in the 34. Buddy Ware 26, row number 3. Row number 4 will find Dylan Fox in the 999, Austin Holder in the 31. And the final row of 10 will find Aaron Sanders in the 35 and Dylan Davenport in the 71. One car is a scratch out of the race, what we're being told. Another 8 laps, top 4 transfer. Charles, not a lot of cautions, but very entertaining heat races, no doubt, to kind of give us an idea of what we're in store for here tonight for Volusia with these big blocks.
You know, I mean this with every bit of love in my heart. I'm going to slap you for saying no caution. Because now we know there's going to be caution. We always jinx ourselves. We say, oh, good.
We had a caution on the start. Remember? I thought it was the pace truck's fault. Come to find out, the guy just didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, well, I bet we have one now because we mentioned about cautions, so now we're going to have them.
Let's will it not to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Kleeman up on the outside front row, but Kendall Tucker ready. Heat number 3, green, here at Volusia. And the whole shot's going to go to Tyler Kleeman. He'll pull away on Tucker. They're 1 and 2. Swamp right there to third. They're single file. They work their way back off into turn number 3 now up on the top side. The Dirt Tex Vortex entry, number 97. Apex Industries machine in the lead. But don't look out behind you. Here comes now Kendall Tucker. Swindell Speed Labs 00. One wrong slip of the lip, and they're coming. Here comes Coddles now. Getting around Wade and Barnhart. And 6 laps to go. Look at this aggressive racing, Charles, going at it hard in the 3.
And I will say this right now, you know, on top of the clean racing, it's a lot closer racing than we saw in the UMP Modifieds as well. So not sure if these guys just like these more and they're more competitive with each other, but we saw great racing but already in heat races, we've seen a lot more close quarters battling than we did in the UMP Modifieds last night.
And you gotta love the Super Dirt Car Big Block Modified center steer machines. They rip the lip, they drive wide open, they're fun to watch. Now we're halfway home, and Kendall Tucker from Mount Airy, North Carolina is leading the way. The 00 front dirt bar is got clean air, selling to the wind into one. And he is out in front. Clayman in the number 2 spot. Cottle's third. Barnhart top 4. They're single file. That's the way it stands currently for these drivers as they work off turn number 4. 2 laps to go, Charles, in heat race number 3. And Tucker is gone.
Yeah, he is gone. And speaking of gone, this race is going to be gone really quick, too. Going a lot faster than it did last night. This time last night, we were still in the second of 4 heat races. So overall, it's going a lot faster. We're going to go into B main 1 and 2 very quickly. And that 50-lap race is going to go by fast.
White flag, final time down the back straightaway. The 00 for Swindell Speed Labs. Here comes Kendall Tucker. 00 checker flag, heat 3 of Volusia. And Kendall Tucker will win it. Second spot going to Cleveland. Connells will go to third, and Barnhart fourth. Those 4 drivers are going into the A-Main here tonight for $150 to win the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League Sunshine Stake 50 here at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Virtual, Florida. We're ready now for the B-Main. Charles, what are they, 15 laps? Top 6 transfer, right? 15 laps, top 6?
Yep, 2 B mains, 2 stacked B mains, 10 laps apiece, top 6 transfer.
Oh, so the only thing I got wrong was the lap distance, actually. So here we go with the 10-lap last chance qualifier on the pole. Tristan Coonsgrape for the number 14 to the outside. It is Fire Swamp. That's his name. Row number 1. Row 2. Tyson Banks in the 32. Tyler Berry in 500. Row number 3. We'll find Austin Holder in 31. Bryson McKelvey in the 19. Row number 4. We'll find Darren Literal and Aaron Sanders, 68 and 35. Row number 5. Chance Carr, remember the man that flipped in heat number 2. Scooter Black in the 5 on the outside. 10 drivers ready to go. And I'm understanding that Sanders is a scratch. He will probably be ending his night here at Volusia. Aaron Sanders will not start. 2 action-packed B-mains. 4 drivers will be going home when this is said and done. Top 6 are going into the A-main. 10 laps. You want to call this the hooligan race, Charles? It's about to get good here now at Volusia.
Yeah, you know, as clean as the racing's been, you almost can't call it a hooligan race, but it's definitely a hooligan race. And they're going to get rowdy here, I think, because nobody wants to go home this early in the night. We've been racing for, what, 40 minutes, and we're already sending drivers home. So nobody wants to go home after just 40 minutes of racing.
No doubt about it, trimming the fat, ready to bring the Apex Industries number 14 to the outside. The number 88, Fire Swamp ready. Green flag, B-Main 1 underway at Volusia, and gone is Great. Coons, Great, contact, 3 wide behind them. Under attack, Fire Swamp on the outside. Clear a path, here comes Holder. Here comes Banks, they're plowing the road, coming into turn 4, Charles, and they're not lifting off the corner left 1.
Yeah, I thought we said it. Oh, somebody's flipping.
Believe that's Barry flying through the air. The number 500 airborne into the catch fence, and we'll go caution immediately. Number 500 Barry. Watch this. Watch the 500. They're 4 wide behind them. Alphon in the books. There you go. And there goes the 500 airborne. Actually, now that I think about it, it wasn't that bad. From that camera angle, Charles, that we had coming off of turn 2, it looked like the car was flipping violently through the air, but yeah.
Yeah, you know,
all's good in the neighborhood.
Perspective's everything. You go to a different camera angle, it just didn't look as bad.
It just did. I would say let's go on board with the 500, but honestly, it did look like there was no need to.
No, it definitely didn't, and they'll be racing again here any minute now too. As you know, they're getting this thing up and going quickly.
All right, we'll try this again, ladies and gentlemen. Great start. What you got, Charles?
I don't know about you, but I just like the way these cars sound.
Oh, I love the big blocks, man. I love them. I wish that the big block modifieds could come down to the south a lot more than when they do. You know, of course, you see the sportsman, the dirt car sportsman mods whenever they go to Charlotte for the World Short Track Championship. You see them when they come down to, obviously, Volusia for Speed Weeks at the Dirt Car Nationals. You see them when they go to the Charlotte for the World Finals, the Super Dirt Car, big block mods do. And, of course, I know you got the short track Super Series and some other stuff where they try to, you know, go around and can run.
I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to lay it on the line.
It's a Northeast Series.
Yeah. I may work for Race on Texas, and I'm loyal to Race on Texas, but I will, if someone will give me the chance to produce a short track Super Series or a big block modified race, I'm there in a heartbeat, because I want to produce a race with these guys in it.
There you go.
And I mean
maybe they'll see the video and put it. Let's do it. Back for the restart. It's now 3 in, 9 to go. Now make it 8 to go. 10-lap heat race, 2 laps in right now. Out in front, leading the way, Coons Great for the man in front. Here comes Holder, though. Holder, the CMD Enterprises machine, battling the Apex Industries number 14 up on the outside. Here comes Swamp right back in the battle, and they're going to stick him to the inside. Oh, Mick Kelby almost bouncing off the concrete on the inside of the racetrack, and he lost momentum. However, right now he's in 5th. Listen to that roar. Back off into the corner. Coming up on halfway next time by. Charles, for the most part, since the accident, Coons Great, nice, comfortable, but not for long. Here comes Holder on the inside, catfishing on the bottom as he rides up on the top shelf.
Yeah, these guys, we said they'd get a little rowdy, and that's exactly what they're doing here in B-Main number 1.
Staying down to the inside. By the way, don't forget to join us tomorrow night for super late models, not only for the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League, but also for the Northwest Dirt Super Late Model Series. That will be going on tomorrow night from Volusia, both times. Working their way to the back straightaway down to the corner. It's going to be Coons Grape still the leader. Holder in 2nd. Swamp is 3rd. There's Banks. Banks now battles with McKelvey. Black on the tail end, looking in to go to the show in the number 5. And this is all happening. Charles, as the laps wind down. 2 to go here for the mile remaining at Volusia.
Again, awesome racing all night long. Close racing. It's been nothing short of just fantastic, and we've been mostly caution-free. I'll knock on some wood. Hopefully it continues that way. But, amazing racing so far.
Here they come out of turn number 4 to the line. White flag will go in the air. 1 more lap to go. Final time for Coons Grape. Tristan Coons Grape, the number 14. Up on the outside. Final time. Holder Hill slider in there to the bottom. Can't get him. Coons Grape comes off turn number 4. B-Main, number 1 winner. Coons Grape in the number 14. Holder 2nd. Fire Swamp 3rd. Bryson McKelvey, Tyson Banks, and others going to the show. If you're 7th on back, your night is done at Volusia. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, we've got 1 more preliminary left to go here for our coverage of the B-Mains. B-Main number 2, another 10 laps, top 6 transfer. And then we go feature racing. Bobby Madley on the pole in that 3M blue and white black machine on the pole to the outside. Colton Herbert in the number 6. Row number 2 will be fine. Dylan Kopfox in the 999. Luke Hines in 17. Row 3. TJ Smith in the 99. Buddy Ware in the 26. Row 4. Chris Olmstead of the 7 of the field rolls. A 007 of Samuel Bachman. Row number 5. Dylan Davenport of the 71. Brennan Weeks in the 22. And I'm understanding that possibly Davenport and Weeks are scratches from this race. They will not take the start. So Dylan Davenport and Brendan Weeks have called it a night here at Volusia. Massive cloud cover over this virtual track right now. What kind of effects, Charles, do you think that's going to do to Volusia here now as we get ready for the final B main of the night?
That's a good question. I guess time will tell.
We'll find out. It feels like it's almost nightfall now with that massive cloud cover over Volusia. You can see the track starting to rubber up very quickly. We'll keep an eye on that, no doubt about it, as we're ready for the field to come to the green flag here in just a moment. By the way, don't forget, if Atlanta tonight, Northwest, click at RV Fix set up B-Series cars from Atlanta. 100 laps, Terry Radford and myself for the broadcast call. It is not only on iRacing on LSRTV, which you are watching here for the Sunshine State 50, but also simulcast on the Community Radio Network, 87.9 FM in the Triangle of North Carolina, and we are CRN.com. They are bunching them up here on the start. Almost spinning tires. They save it. We're green. We're underway. And Mattingly with a hut in the front, a whole shot. Shout out to our buddies there, Joshua, Joseph, Joyner, and more. They're my buddies there. Hunt the front, putting this event on as well, thanks to the Sunshine State 50. For the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League, they go to the climb of the bank, get up into the corner. It's Mattingly up in the lead, up on the outside to the inside. Mattingly and Herbert, they battle. Fox will go to the inside as well. Here we go. 3 cars fighting for those final 6 spots. Quickly in the opening go, Charles, and Herbert's the man leading, but not for long. Mattingly barreling back on the outside.
And you know, I want to add real quick, not really racing related, but you know, we're talking about the Hunt the Front, the guys. I'm actually currently messaging with their producer of their new Hunt the Front TV. And, you know, we had some issues last night, and great guy. Also, you know, I try to help him out, give him stuff that I know that he might not, and he's definitely helped us out a lot. Trying to solve some of these bugs and gremlins we have. So overall, Hunt the Front, just some great people.
Yeah, Hunt the Front, awesome guy, so humble, amazing bunch of people. I was down there when they won the National 100 and in East Alabama, and followed some other success that he's had along the way in the crates in the Super World. And they've also created now a new Dirt Super Late Model Series for 2023. In addition to the being involved in virtual iRacing, about halfway home. Mattingly now continuing to battle up on the outside, ripping the lip on the top shelf, trying to get to Mattingly. Is trying to get to Herbert. Herbert now. Crossover slider on the bottom by Mattingly. He can't get there. Single file left to set him up one more time up on the top shelf. They work their way on the corner at a 2. Mattingly somehow, someway wheels it in there. Can't make the deal work though. On board, Bobby Mattingly. We're halfway home. 4 in Charles now, making 3 to go at the line.
Yeah, and then right after this 2-minute warm-up, and then we are going A-main feature racing very quickly. Compared to last night, we had more cautions, so less than an hour to run 3 heats, 2 B-mains. That's impressive.
Yeah, what a phenomenal job all these drivers run a rail oil machine. And tomorrow night, the super late models are here. Mattingly, you're on board with him. Riding up in the fluff. Getting loose, saving it. Kicking up the left front wheel, the leader. Herbert to the line, white flag, 1 to go. Final time into the corner where they come to the back straight away. Just shy of under half a mile now. Final preliminary. Herbert, Colton Herbert. One more time off the corner, left front wheel up off the ground. He goes to the top shelf. He'll win B-Main number 2 and go to the show. Bobby Mattingly will finish in 2nd. Dylan Fox 3rd. Terry Smith 4th. Luke Hines and Buddy Ware are your 6 drivers that are going in to the A-Main. Quick break. When we come back, we are going feature racing for night number 2 of the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League sanctioned Sunshine State 50, presented by Hunt the Front. We are back in a moment. This is iRacing on LSRTV.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
At Click It RV, we know there's a lot of heritage and history at this location. RV sales and service has been part of this community for decades. We knew there was an incredible opportunity here, but to see where we've come in just a year is incredible. None of it would be possible without the patronage and support from this community. So whether it be a more convenient and accessible service drive, a fully stocked parts department, or this amazing sales facility, what drives this team daily is making sure our customers leave here with the best possible experience.
Welcome back. Look at that beautiful sight of Virtual Man and Machine. The big dogs are ready to growl here in just a moment. This is the Super Dirt Cars Series, Kentucky iRacing Dirt League. As again, Team 126 Racing, Hunt the Front. So many other sponsors, of course, making it happen for this series, including Golden Girls, Monogram and Boutique, and Black Magic Custom Designs presents night number 2 of the Sunshine State 50. I am Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten is alongside. Charles, we're back at Volusia again. I love this racetrack. I've announced it, this racetrack. Who do you think we're going to see in victory lane now for the big blocks? And can Evan C. repeat after winning last night in the modifieds?
I'm not going to lie, when you asked me that, the first thing that crossed my mind was the first person that crossed the checkered flag. But then you elaborated on that. I do think Evan C. can pull this off again. I think he's got the talent to do it. And I forgot to mention this to you when I told you the sponsors. One thing I will mention, all of these winners, they're getting an actual check, like a big, well, them big old checks, and they're actually designed. That's who designed them. Is that Black Magic Custom Designs? So they're the ones designing these checks that these drivers are getting.
I love it, man. This is gonna be fun. The field is gritty, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to take a look at the starting lineup for night number 2 of the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League, presented by Hunt the Front. 50-lap A-main to the Sunshine State 50 on the pole. Evan C. at the 33 to the outside. Mike Augustine, row number 1. Row 2, we'll find Kendall Tucker, the 00. Chase Barbera, the 23. Row number 3, Logan Rumsey, the 41. Tyler Cleveland, the 97. Row 4, Trey Mills. Jesse Ennerkin in the 1. Row 5, top 10. Logan Kettles in the 64. Justin Brown in 21, top 10 now. We're on the row number 6. Jordan LaFon in the 11. Brandon Barnhart in the 34. We'll speed things up now. Going to row number 7. Going to be Tristan Koonsgrape, the B-Main 1 winner, along with Colton Herbert, B-Main 2. Rest of the lineup is set from the finishing of those B-Mains, including Austin Holder in 31. Bobby Mattingly in 3. Row number 9. Fire Swamp in the 88. Dylan Fox, the 999. Top 20. Bryson McKelvey in the 19. TJ Smith in the 99. Row number 11. Tyson Banks in 32. Luke Hines in 17. And the final row, Scooter Black in the 5. Buddy Ware in the 26. 24 drivers, 50 laps, $150 to win. Ready to go for those center steer Super Dirt Series Big Block Modifieds, ready to go here. They will be fun. It'll be exciting. Track is half-mile distance. This is 50 laps. That's 25 miles. You do the math. Team VLR ready to bring them to the green flag with Evan C. and Mike Augustine on the front row with SRM on the outside. Pace truck drops onto the pit lane. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in It's time to catfish on the bottom or rip the lip up top. The big blocks, Volusia, it's showtime! Green flag. On the opening go, hole shot, it's going to go to the man of MNC. So he'll pull away. He's got now Augustine behind him along with Tucker. They're 1, 2, and 3, followed by Barbera and Ramsey. Top 5, 1 lap in. Look at him roar at full speed there, Charles. We are racing at Volusia, big block style.
Yeah, I'm curious how many laps we're going to go green flag here. There's single file at the moment. I did not expect to see this freight train here about, 15 single file? I didn't expect to see that at the start of the race.
About the top 15 are single file from C down to Barnhart in 15th. Everyone else now behind them are starting to get 2 by 2 a little aggressively in the back of the pack. Now somebody jumping out of line. Interkin now jumping out of position from position number 7 and 8. All this working their way across the line of the lap on the board. 3 in of 50. And again, so impressed with the job they're doing. Evan C is still the man leading the way as they go to the back stretch. C, Augustine, Tucker, Barbera, Rumsey, top 5. That's the way they are. Watching all these other drivers working their way around the corner. This race, 50 laps. We're already 5 laps in, this time by 3 wide in the middle. Hold on. Jordan LaFon. Getting past there by Tristan Koonsgrape. This is in the top 12. Midway in the snakes patch, if you will, Charles. And they still hold it together, even though they're creeping on the bottom.
And if I recall, last night we went about 14 or so laps before the first caution, so these guys trying to beat that record tonight.
LaFon stuck up on the inside. Here comes now help with Herbert. A couple of the B-main winners earlier in the race now stuck in this battle, trying to climb to the front, and they're stuck on the inside. Chase Carr, Logan Connells, Jesse Interkin. Nobody is giving them any room to go to the outside and close in on that lane. They're stuck on the bottom. They want to get up in the top shelf where the fast cars are. But right now, nothing is working on the bottom of the racetrack, and they're 3 wide with LaFon in the middle again as they work out of turn 4. And Connells will clear in front of LaFon at 11. Working now, lap number 10, coming up in a few more laps. We'll be 1/5 of the way through 50 laps to distance. Oh, and by the way, Charles, we've always said this. Virtual or reality. Racing in the daytime, completely different animal than under the lights and running at night. Working the way around the racetrack right now. It's going to be 10 laps in of 50. The leader out in front is still going to be the man of Evan C. Evan C trying to double down again after winning last night in the modifieds. He's got Augustine behind him. Kendall Tucker there, 1, 2, and 3, and right now they're riding and driving. As they work their way at the middle lane of the speedway, now they climb up on the top side, up against the railing into turn number 1 of the whole shot. Still remains to see. C is gone. He's the man out in front, about a half a car length now on the machine of Augustine and Tucker. Tucker now trying to come after Augustine and the Team SRM Swindle Speed Lab entries battle. Followed by Cheese Barbera and Logan Rumsey. They're in the Stuart Friesen lookalike the machine of the Hallmark Enterprises. Number 44 now with the 41. Meanwhile, they stay single file. They stick up on the outside lane and they work to the back straightaway, and still it's going to be Evan C, the leader. C out in front. He holds on to that top spot. Augustine down. Working up on the outside lane, back to the bottom. Into the corner. Into turn number 3 now. Augustine, Tucker. Evan C, Augustine, Tucker. Barbera and Rumsey, top 5. Kleeman. Trey Bills comfortably now in the number 7 spot. Jesse Interkin, Chance Carr, 9th. 10th is Logan Connells. 15 in. I believe Charles said they ran 14 laps before caution came out last night. We are surpassing that now. 15, making 16 laps next time by. And the leaders are still in full song at Volusia. With Evan C, the man.
And
Charles.
I want to, we could quickly jump in here and apologize for the issues we're having. We don't know what it is. Something is, on the technical side, is filling up the network buffer. So we're trying to figure out what's filling up the network buffer. but we are in the process of trying to sort that one out.
The network buffer on the YouTube broadcast, correct? Oh, man. Okay. Because right now we're 18 of 50. And the Sunshine State 50% of LSRTV in the hunt. The front continues. And believe it or not, we're about 8 laps away from halfway. He battles Cottles. Here comes now also Herbert. Ironically, the heat race, or the B-main winners are right there with each other, 3 wide as they work off the corner. We're 20 laps in, 30 to go. 5 to halfway. Here in Volusia, night number 2 of the Sunshine State 50 for the Kentucky iRacing Dirt League. For the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League, make sure I get that correct. They worked their way up the corner. It's going to be coming about halfway here in a few more laps. Tyler Kleeman, a little loose there, battling Jesse Hunterkin. Tyler Kleeman, a little loose there, battling Jesse Hunterkin. Interkin up the racetrack, and the caution is out. Caution will fly for the first time tonight. I believe it's Jordan LaFawn in the 11 that has lost the handle in the 11 car. We'll check it out if we can and show you a replay. Look at LaFawn. Little bump there from Coonscrape. What a save by the 31. Able to hold it together, and so did LaFawn. And that's the cause of the caution. Justin Brown on the pit lane, by the way. Austin Holder with contact on the 11 of LaFawn. They're both able to continue along. By the way, don't forget, coming up in about 90 minutes from now, we're back here with coverage of iRacing on LSRTV and simulcast on CRN. Round number 2 of the Northwest. Click at RV Fixed Series setup. B Series Xfinity cars from Atlanta. Terry Radford, myself, Charles Wooten on the call on production. Coming up, Kendall Tucker's car. Correction, Barbera's car, 23. And luckily they hold it together. We'll keep going. Charles, 1 caution, 22 laps in.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, and hopefully nobody, we reset the stream real quick, so hopefully that fixes the issue, or at least temporarily puts a Band-Aid on it anyway. But yeah, that's a lot of laps, almost half the race, caution-free.
Green to halfway, Green back out of Volusia. Whole shot restart, gonna go back to Evans C. Winner last side of the modifieds of the dirt car UMP mods. And they work to the back straight away. Evans C. Kendall Tucker, Mike Augustine, Barbera, Rumsey. They paddle 3 and 4 and 5. And some slicing and dicing. 4 wide out of turn 4. Tucker in the middle. Barbera clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, and a double cheeseburger to boot. C pulling away while all this chaos and mayhem goes on again. They're going to go 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Are you kidding me, Charles? Oh, my. And they hold it together now. They start to separate. They're looking to rip the lip again up on the top side. That's Kendall Tucker. Kendall Tucker, Chase Barbera, Jesse Interkin. Here comes Rumsey on the bottom. Trying to come after Mike Augustine for that spot for the position number 2 in the run that goes on. Evans C says, I'm gone. Halfway home. 25 down, 25 to go in C. Augustine, Rumsey, Tucker, Barbera, Interkin, Mills, Carr, Herbert, Kleeman, Cottles the top 10. Followed by Holder, Barnhart, Smith, Fire, Swamp, Fox, Berry, top 15. Then it's Ware, LaFawn, Brown, Bachman, Mattingly, McKelvey, Banks, Coons, Great, Black, Hines on the racetrack. That's the way it stands right now. After halfway. And Evans, we got 1 stall. Turbulent turn 4. I believe it's Chance Carr. Number 2, Chance Carr has locked it up there in turn 4. He's come to a stop. Caution out. And there's also a reason why the 17 is in trouble. So I thought I saw Chance Carr lock the car up, but also the 17 with a problem here. And that is Luke Hines. Look at this. Right alongside, in the middle, the 3. Hines. Mattingly. Oh, wow. Jumped over the wheel hop on the left, on the right rear of the car. Mattingly did and got into the 17 of Luke Hines. And that is what caused the caution flag. Well, we got at least 5 green flag laps back under our belt before the yellow flag fell. And my goodness, Charles Wooden, were they exciting quickly, 4 wide and sometimes 3 wide, 2 or 3 rows deep on the restart coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, we knew they were going to put on a show. And, you know, speaking of putting on a show, look who's still at the front. That is Evan C. You know, he's out there proving that he's a force to be reckoned with. And, you know, my question is, can he sweep all 3 nights?
And we'll see what happens. Got to wonder if at the front and the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League will put a bonus up for grabs for the man if he can get it done. Driver Evan C. One of the greats of dirt iRacing. I remember from the World of Thunder. Some other racing events as well. Truly a talent for sure. Don't forget Super Late Models tomorrow night. 27 of 50 laps right now, 26 officially completed. We gave you that full-field rundown right before the caution came out here at Volusia. And we'll set you back up for the restart again. Don't forget, coming up tonight at Atlanta. What a wild finish Monday night entailed. Of course, with Dan Lowther picking up a win by 200,000ths of a second at the line. The last couple of races for the Northwest since the season started have been phenomenal, and it continues with another chapter of virtual iRacing history tonight in Atlanta. Right after this race wraps up here, 11:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Central. You got it on iRacing on LSRTV. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to LSRTV via YouTube and all of our social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at iRacing as well. We are back to green. 33 to the finish. 23 to the finish. Apologies here at Volusia. Just after halfway, we'll try this again. Look at the back straightaway. Kendall Tucker, holy cow, under attack now. Just got bunched up by 3 cars. Now he battles back up on the outside lane. See, Augustine, Rumsey, all on the bottom. Tucker will now slither and take that spot away, and he goes to the inside middle lane. 0-0 battles with Rumsey on the bottom, and the 41. We go to the back straightaway down to the inside. It's C, Augustine, Tucker, 1, 2, and 3. Tucker now up on the outside. He battles the Stuart Friesen looking like 44. The 41 of Logan Rumsey, and this battle goes on again. Here you go. This is where the action is with 20 to go at Volusia. Charles for the money.
Yeah, this is definitely where, you know, it's put up or shut up at this point. You got to get up there or don't get up there. One of the two is going to happen. And these guys are doing it. Put a blanket over all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there together, 2 by 2.
Watching it out, but Evan C. protecting the inside of the racetrack. Now he's up on the top side. Here comes Augustine on the bottom. He says clear a path with a punt help by Rumsey, and they'll go to the outside. He'll clear behind Tucker's car. They go now up single file to the outside, 3 cars. Now hung out to dry, Augustine on the bottom. He got hung out to dry. He says, I'll do it on my own. To the inside. Powers right alongside Evan C. They are door handle, door to door. Those cars don't have door handles in racing. On the back stretch, going off into the corner. Door to door, door to door. Wheel to wheel, hub to hub upon the outside. Working off the corner. Taking it all the way to the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies from Grandpa. And down to the bottom of the racetrack where we're catfishing. Working inside, outside, closing in on 17 to go now here in Volusia. Watch them. Real slider up in the corner of the back of the slider of the crossover. Come back by Rumsey on the bottom, and he can't get there. Rumsey on the outside, now to the inside. Here comes now Augustine to get on the defensive. And all the while, they open the door now, the Barbarian Herbert, top 6 cars now. 7 cars, 3 wide. Rumsey in the middle. Down into the corner, into turn number 1, clear Barbarian. Barbarian Augustine. Augustine falling back, and Kendall Tucker. And they're fighting for the lead. Bouncing off the wall. It's now Evan C. and Kendall Tucker going at it for the lead, 1 and 2. Battling it out. Are you kidding me, Charles? My goodness, boy, this is a war here with these big blocks at Volusia.
Yeah, it is definitely a war, and you forgot one, Wesley. Nerf bar to Nerf bar.
Nerf bar to Nerf bar, my friend. You're exactly right. And you don't want to make any contact with those guys. No full 100 cars on here. It's all about the strategy of knowing how to wheel it down. Tucker with a slider up in front of the machine and see him the crossover to the bottom. He made the work move, and there goes a Logan Rumsey. Rumsey pulling away now, trying to run these guys down. Top 2 are, and we're closing in under 15 to go. Outside lane, hell of a show here in Volusia virtually here tonight. As on the outside, Kendall Tucker, inside Evan C. They continue to rip the lip down the back straightaway. Bottom of the racetrack, Team VLR drifts up in front of Tucker. Tucker on the defensive again. He's up in the marbles. He got the crossover and he made the move again in turn number 1. Wow, Tucker quickly getting up on the wheel fast, and he holds him off. Right now, Evan C. though back on the inside. Tucker and Kenzel, here comes now the driver of the one, Innerkin and McKenzie now, trying to hook back up with one another and get back to the front here in the late rally. Closing in on a dozen laps remaining also. Colton Herbert, one of the B-main winners, also coming to the front of the number 6 car. Back straight away now. Here you go, Innerkin, Herbert, McKenzie, all these cars working on turn number 4. 10 laps to go at Volusia, Charles. It's pucker time.
Yeah, it is. Kendall Tucker out front, and the caution is out. Question is, will that stand?
The caution is out. I believe it's Scooter Black of the number 5. Yellow flag will fly. We'll see what happened here to put us under a late race caution now with 10 laps to go. All of these drivers, oh, there it is. Multi-car accident there, actually. Scooter Black, 32, and others to 64. Involved, Tyson Banks, Logan Cuddles, Buddy Ware in 26, and that's the biggest multi-car accident we've had of the night here so far at Volusia. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the final night of the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League Sunshine State 50. Thanks again to iRacing on LSRTV for letting us be on the broadcast partner of this event. Big thanks to Hunt the Front, Team 126 Racing, all the other great partners that are involved in this event as well for their series. And that, of course, includes, in addition to that, Black Magic Custom Designs, Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique. Big thanks again to the main sponsor, Team 126 Racing, as I mentioned. Also, thanks to our primary iRacing on LSRTV sponsors, including iRacing. Thanks again, of course, also to Kaufman Creative, Click It RV, Virginia 811 Call Before You Dig. And speaking of Virginia 811 Call Before You Dig, let's take a look at that so far. 3 cautions. Caution laps do not count. That's why there's a goose egg and 1 lead change. And that, Charles, as we get ready for the restart and the 10-lap shootout, was between those 2 drivers up in the front, Kendall Tucker and Evan C. Another great battle of wits on the virtual dirt by these 2 warlords here as we get ready for a restart.
Yeah, it might be a bit of an upset if C doesn't win this. He's led pretty much the entire race. We'll see if he can get back to the front and win this thing.
You think of iRacing on dirt, you think of these 2 dominant contenders. Green flag, back in the restart with 10 to go. And they wad them up behind them here, tighter. 3 wide quickly. Up on the outside lane comes Tucker. Now, here comes Rumsey on the bottom. Rumsey will carry Innerkin with him. And quickly now, Herbert will go to the top side. 3 cars now for the lead. Rumsey got cut off on the outside. Rumsey on the bottom. Now, Evan C. will hold him off. Kendall Tucker up on the outside. This is for the lead now. 8, make it 7 to go here at Volusia. Pick yourselves out a winner. It's a good one. Evan C. on the bottom, Tucker up on the outside. Good to see these multiple lanes working, Charles, as we head to the home stretch of this race.
Yeah, this one's going to be a barn burner, I think, at the end. And we may have some more controversy beating and banging come to the start-finish line. We'll just have to kind of wait and see here in the next 6 laps.
Take your pick, decide who will it be here at the end. 6, now make it 5 laps to go. As they come to the line, Kendall Tucker, Evan C., Chase Barbera is now trying to get back into the top 3 podium. He's battling up on the outside. He's going to carry Rumsey with him. Single digits now, 5. Now make it 4 to go when they go to the turn number 3. Into the corner, down into the turn number 2. That back stretch here, they come to the line, 4 to go. Kendall Tucker is out in front. Evan C. second. Chase Barbera, Rumsey, Herbert. That's the way they stand. to the back stretch, and time running out now side by side, wheel to wheel between Kendall Tucker and Evan C. 3 to go with Volusia. Outside lane, give it back to Tucker again. He'll hold him off on the outside. Here comes Barbera. Barbera will also carry Herbert with him on the outside lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom is Kendall Tucker. Kendall Tucker now with Rumsey on the inside and Innerkin. Meanwhile, here they come to the line. Charles, we got 2 to go.
Yeah, 2 to go and 2 drivers that are not going to give up the lead easy.
Not going to back off one iota here. And if one of them make one wrong slip, somebody in the back ready to capitalize. Here they come. Out of turn number 4. White flag in the air. One more lap to go in Volusia. Sunshine State 50 for the money. Here they go into turn number 1 and 2. It's Evan C on the bottom. Kendall Tucker up on the outside lane. This might be a photo finish. Chase Barbera trying to roll in the deal, and so is also Rumsey. Here they come out of turn number 4. Evan C at the line. No, it's Tucker. Are you serious? Evan C gets the win by inches. 0.005 hundredths of a second. What a finish. Are you not entertained in the virtual iRacing world? Evan C is the winner. Charles, what a finish.
Well, we basically duplicated last night with a very, very close finish. Yeah, these boys didn't disappoint. So, you know, there was a reason we put our money where our mouth was here and sponsored this this little 3-race series, and that's why right there.
Here is your unofficial results. Look at that. Evan C, the winner. 0.005 at the line. Chase Barbera will finish second. Logan Rumsey third. I'm sorry. Kendall Tucker is second. My apologies. Chase Barbera third. Logan Rumsey is fourth. Colton Herbert is your top 5. Then it's going to be Jesse Innerkin, Mike Augustine, Tyler Clearman, followed by also Austin Holder, Jordan LaFon. He had an early caution. He rallied back out of the top 10. Barnhart, Coonsey, great. Mattingly, Brown, McKelvey, top 15. Coddles, Fox, Blacksmith, Banks to round up the top 20 of 24 cars, including also Fire Swamp. Trey Mills with a bad night here tonight. Very abnormal for him. We'll see what he can do in the late model tomorrow night. Buddy Ware and Luke Hines at the end of the race for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. Final look at the Virginia 811 call before you dig. Race summary of cautions. And that is, of course, 3 yellow flags, no caution laps, and 6 lead changes. And, Charles, let's just say it, brother, amongst those 2 drivers, Kendall Tucker and Evan C. In the end, Evan C. won last night in the modifieds and dirt car UMP. Now he wins in the center steer super dirt car mods, big blocks.
Yeah, it may have been 6 lead changes, but it was only 2 leaders. And they put on a heck of a show again here tonight. And definitely looking forward to seeing what these guys have to say.
Coming up, it is the Press Box Motorsports Podcast Show. It used to be on Sundays. I don't know what we're going to be doing now, but of course, Charles Wooten, the man that's joining me in the broadcast booth and pushing the buttons, is the man that hosts the podcast, everything from the world of virtual to iRacing. And, of course, check your local listings of iRacing on LSRTV, and it's on YouTube and Facebook. So, hey, coming up, it is the Press Box Motorsports Podcast post-race wrap-up for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League Sunshine State Nationals, 50 in the books. Kendall Tucker, again, so close. Evan C., back-to-back winners. We'll talk to him in a moment. This is iRacing on LSRTV from Volusia. Welcome back to the Press Box Motorsports Podcast post-race wrap-up, set at 3 times fast for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. iRacing on LSRTV, the big block modified super dirt cars did not disappoint here at Volusia when it was all said and done. 0.005 seconds at the line. Kendall Tucker falling short to Evan C. We'll get their thoughts here in a minute. First on the podium, Chase Barbera. Chase, you were right there in the hunt of things, man. Were you hoping the front row would slip and you could capitalize and try to go for a win? But still, pretty good podium finish here tonight at Volusia.
Yeah, I'm a lot happier with it than I was last night. I actually kind of know what I'm doing in these cars. Kendall and Evan are really good in these, obviously, but I feel like I held my own pretty good and way better than I did last night, so I'll take it.
Yeah, man, no doubt about it. Of course, this race was absolutely exciting. And from going back from what I was able to watch last night after doing the baseball radio broadcast and seeing how things went from last night to tonight, man, you guys were just flawless. Everything was just clicking, boom, 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 like a well-oiled machine tonight at Volusia.
Yeah, it was a really clean race. The track widened out a lot more than I thought it would. I thought it would kind of be locked down again, but it was honestly really, really good. So, I mean, you could run the bottom and run that little slider line up to the grip and keep up either way.
All right, buddy, before I let you go, thank your sponsors. And obviously, what do you think we'll see tomorrow night at Volusia for the Super Late Models on dirt?
Super's always put on the best racing, but I'd like to thank House of Speed, HGR, Cocky Floyd Consulting, and, everybody who helps out. And, you guys for putting on and broadcasting the race, and that's about it.
Number 23, Chase Barbera will settle for the number 3 spot here tonight, but it's all said and done at Volusia. Runner-up of the event, the driver out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, Kendall Tucker. Kendall, so close. 6 lead changes between you and Evan C. Your take of this race, and obviously, if you had another lap or two, do you think you could have got around him there?
Yeah, it was a fun race. Hate to lose it on the last lap there. Was able to get by him there and lead every lap but the one that mattered. So, congrats to him on able to find a way back around me there.
What was the best line, Kendall? I mean, I noticed that there were a couple of times you were on the bottom. You really more or less stayed up on the top side of the racetrack. Was the top side just more comfortable for the car for you to race and be able to handle?
I mean, honestly, I think everybody kind of just got worried about the top dying off, and everybody started kind of migrating down to the bottom there, thinking that top had went away, but I thought there was still a lot left up there to play with, and was able to. I think we rolled off 4th there on one of those late race restarts, and all of the top 3 went to the bottom, and we were just able to roll around the top there and stay on Evan there until we was able to throw some sliders on him, and anyways, come up second 2 nights in a row. It sucks really, but we'll be back tomorrow, I guess.
No doubt about it, man. I will say this, though. It was highly entertaining. I got to ask you, though, because I know your wheelhouse is in dirt super late models. What do you think we're going to see tomorrow night for the finale here at Volusia?
There's really no telling. I don't spend enough time on here anymore to know really what to expect. So just kind of flying by the seat of my pants when I'm in these races and just lucky enough to have some speed in them.
Hey, let's talk about your real racing career, man. What you got going on this year for 2023?
Yeah, we've broke out a brand new double nickel race car and went and debuted it a couple weekends ago and had a really good run down at Gaffney at the March Madness race with it in the 604. So we'll be tackling a lot of 604 races and any big 602 races in the area. We'll definitely swap out motors and hit them up. So check us out in the southeast, and hopefully we'll venture out to Tennessee some this year.
Yeah, it's our buddy, again, out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, Kendall Tucker, and, of course, double nickel race cars, Benji and Tony Hicks and all the great Hicks family for what they've done in the sport as well. He'll settle for the number 2 spot here tonight. That's, again, Kendall Tucker. We now go to victory lane, and the winner of the race is Evan C. 2 nights in a row from Chesney, South Carolina. Wild finish in race 1 for the modifieds. Last night, the same kind of collapsed here again tonight. Evan, the inside, the outside, the battle, the intensity. Kendall's a little frustrated. You can hear it in his voice. I do say I appreciate him being professional and being able to join us on post-race, but what's your take of this battle here, man? What a race we got for the Super Late Models tomorrow night. And do you think the KDIL need to put a bounty on you or something?
I mean, we just kind of fell into the right line again tonight when the bottom seemed to be coming, back in. Late racer, his last couple of laps, I mean, he was beating me to the line every lap by a little little bit or pulling me some laps. And then, I kind of switched up my lineup at 3 and 4. I felt like I was running too low, so I just moved up a little bit in those last 2 laps. And I was a couple hundreds faster, a couple laps there towards the end. And, that was enough to just barely, get me to the line ahead of them. But, these fixed setups, you kind of have to pay attention to the track a lot more than, open setups, just because, dominant lines can come in and you gotta stay on top of it. But, I thought we was doing a pretty good job of that tonight, like we was last night. And just, the bottom kind of went away for a second there, like it was going to go to the top. And then, I was kind of trust the bottom those last few laps, and, it worked out for us again.
Could we possibly see you and Kendall Tucker again for the Supers tomorrow night? No doubt.
Yeah, Volusia, seems to be one of his better tracks, I think. So, he's always fast here. And, I'm not the biggest fan of this track, but, I still show up and, race and, try to win. So, I don't know how big Supers going to race here. I haven't raced open Supers here in a while, but, we'll just see how it goes and, give it our best shot for sure.
Now, Evan, if I remember correctly, the last time that I called up with you, my friend, I know you reside in Chesney, South Carolina, but you competed in something called Unlimited All-Stars, which is kind of like, go-karts with just souped-up engines and everything goes, all bets are off. Is that your plan for 2023 racing?
Yeah, last year we won national championship last year, so that was my second, so going for that again this year. I already did 1 points race and got about 5 more to go, and going to hit up a couple more big money races in karts. It always seems like there's a 10,000 or 12,000 to win race in karts a couple of times a year, especially in the Southeast. It's kind of just big thing down here, but so we're going to be doing this year, and next year I guess we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. Thank your sponsors, man. And hands down, I guess as I have to say in closing, all bets are off tomorrow night for that super late model win for the big money.
Just got to thank everybody at Magility Speed Shop, CFME Sports, Tactor Defense, Sweet Victory, Captain Morgan, BLR. Just got to thank Drew for putting on these money races for us tonight and, tomorrow night also. And, thank you guys for broadcasting for us.
From Swanee, South Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, that is, of course, the driver, of course, of Mr. Evan C. Again, another win for that driver. I'm sorry, I'm Chesney, South Carolina.
Yeah.
I think I said Swanee. My apologies. Chesney, South Carolina. Evan C. picking up the win here tonight. So, well, that's going to wrap it up. By the way, don't forget the Press Box Motorsports Podcast Show is, of course, every weekend. Check it out on your iRacing on LSRTV, Facebook and YouTube channels. Charles Wooten, I'll bring you into the fold for the final time, buddy. Wild race in the modifieds tonight. Super Dirt Car Mods did not disappoint. And I think we've got ourselves a wild barn burner coming up tomorrow night, no doubt, for the Super Late Model finale here for the Hunt the Front finale of the Sunshine State 50.
Yeah, they're all hunting the front. They've done it twice, and only fitting we have Hunt the Front as the main sponsor for the final race when that's where everybody is going. They're hunting for the front.
Going to be a fun time. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us for our coverage from Rocket Racing Media, iRacing on LSRTV. Of course, for Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, all of our crew that make it happen for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to thank the sponsors of this Kentucky Dirt iRacing League sanctioned event. Thanks again, of course, also to Drew Hopkins, the promoter. Thank you again to everybody from Joshua to Josh Joyner and everyone at Hunt the Front. Thank you to Team 126 Racing for our broadcast sponsor. Thank you also to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique and Black Magic Custom Designs, all of those sponsors for making this event happen for the KDIL. Again, Hunt the Front, Sunshine State. Finale tomorrow night, Volusia. It is the Super Late Models. For Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, I'm Wesley Outland. We're back in a little bit for the Northwest Xfinity cars. And again, congratulations